Welcome elders, welcome sisters, take your seats and straighten ties.
This is a restoration hour where the doctrine always
flies. We'll walk through Joseph's calling and the truths he came to share. Some questions get a little tricky, but with the Spirit you'll prepare. Here we go. Whoa, whoa.
The story starts in 1820. Joseph prayed, both God and Jesus shone.
Didn't one account say only Jesus and another God alone?
Well, multiple accounts are normal.
Think spiritual harmonization.
Don't worry why he didn't say that in early church formation. He was young, the church was tiny. Revelation grows and flows. Later versions feel more polished. Those are the only ones a missionary needs to know.
But when the questions get sticky, don't let your faith get kicked. Just bear your testimony, keep the message short and slick. History can wobble, some accounts may contradict. Stay calm, stay warm, stay spiritual. Just don't overthink it. The Book of Mormon, ancient record, truth profound.
So he used the plates directly, reading what he found.
Yes.
Well, sort of, not exactly. They stayed covered most the time,
Except when they were hidden in the woods. But the manual says Urim and Thummim, isn't that the line? At first, but later mostly was a stone in a hat in the dark. A hat? Yes, but it was a consecrated hat.
a revelatory hat.
Where'd the stone come from?
My neighbors well supplied the stone.
But the Lord can choose his tool.
But didn't he get arrested for treasure digging with that stone?
Different times, different customs.
Keep your heart in the Spirit zone.
If they ask about the hat or why the plate stayed out of view,
Just pivot to your feelings.
that's what missionaries do. Correlation wrote the answers, keep them tidy, clean and fit. If the facts feel shaky, wakey,
Just bear
your simple testimony a bit. And don't
pull over bacon. Now let's address another piece.
Joseph's family situation.
So Emma wasn't his only wife.
He was called to raise up seed unto the next dispensation.
But didn't the revelation come later? He started sealing first.
He received it earlier, wrote it later. The timeline's loosely dispersed. Some wives were already married.
Sure, call that complex sealing.
Don't get bogged in tangled ways.
Were they consummated?
Don't be for me.
Don't be for me.
Milk before me.
Don't be for me.
Don't Google or they'll never eat. Milk before meat. Oh, milk before meat. One more restoration topic to be told. The Book of Abraham we hold.
Didn't scholars read the Egyptian writings and say the story's not what's told?
Well, not what's told. Sounds a little too harsh to say. We prefer symbolic inspiration.
But none of the Egyptian characters match the text in our translation.
Yes, the symbols don't match the wording.
Yes, it sparks some speculation.
Yes, the scholars disagree with us and
Call it mistranslation.
but it was a catalyst for revelation.
A spark.
To start a holy bit.
If someone asks about the characters,
Don't focus on that part one whit.
so was he wrong?
He was inspired.
Not wrong. The truth is in your heart. Focus on the message.
Focus on the feeling. When investigators get curious and the questions start to creep,
Bear your testimony gently, sow a seed the Spirit keeps.
It's not about the history.
Some accounts may not transmit. Just trust the burning in your bosom and
Don't overthink it.
In summary,
Stay faithful.
stay positive.
And always pivot to the Spirit.